What is up, everybody? My name is Andrew, and welcome back to Space Engineer Survival 2025. This is episode number 64, and last episode we had a rough one. You'll see the fire off to our left there. Yeah, so when we returned home to the trade HQ, we were in for a bit of a surprise when there was a ship waiting for us there. And, well, let's just say we lost that battle big time. Let's go outside. Actually, before we go outside, we're gonna start taking damage in a second because we're hungry. So let's see if we have any kelp crisp. We do. We have 2 kelp crisps. Let me go ahead and eat one of those so we don't starve to death. And then let's also grab a little bit of oxygen here so we don't suffocate to death. So many ways that we can be killed out here in the cold expanse of space. But we are a bit stranded with our ship having 0 hydrogen, 0 ice in order to turn into hydrogen, and very little power as well. All of our weapons are destroyed. Pretty much everything is in a state of disrepair. Although oddly enough, the decoys are fine, which is interesting. But we do have a prototech refinery here, which managed to not take much damage. It took a little bit of damage. There's our flashlight. It did take a little bit of damage here, taking 9 prototech panels worth of damage. But other than that, everything is fine. And we're able to use this thing to generate, you know, iron ore or anything like that. Do we have any more ores in here? Yeah, we have some platinum ore, more scrap metal that I can turn into iron. Silver, which is going to be really useful because we can turn that into thruster components. Then we have platinum ore as well, which we can turn into some other stuff. So this is going to be really, really good. Yeah, 282 silver. How much is a thruster component, actually? I'm curious. If I go into my industrial assembler right here, a thruster component is going to require... It doesn't require silver. I thought it required silver, but no, it requires platinum, and we do actually have a lot of platinum. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to get ion thrusters on each thing. So I'm probably going to want to have at least 4 ion thrusters in each direction. So it's going to be 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 directions. Yes, there are 6 directions. That is true. So 4 times 6 is going to give us a number. So 24 times 80, because it's 80 thruster components per. So 24 times 80 is going to be, well, we'll just say 2,000. That's kind of a round up, but we'll just say 2,000. So 2,000 then, we need 2,000 of these thruster components. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 20. And that's going to require 800 platinum. Do we have 800 platinum? The answer is a resounding no. But we do have some. We almost have... We have half of that, and we do have some platinum ore as well. So we do actually have, quite a bit. This is actually not bad. All right, so we'll be able to build some of those, and those are going to give us all of our thrusters in every direction that we want, and that's going to allow us to move around without requiring hydrogen. This is an important first step because we really need to go to some of these asteroids here to find some ice. Oh, I forgot about you. Wait, are you a trade HQ? I don't know if you're a planet or a trade thing, but we do have this thing kind of looking at us. It's just observing us. You know what? Call this our secondary camera, our YouTuber camera, I guess. I don't know. This thing is just like watching us. It's got no weapons. It's just chilling here, which I'm totally okay with. Have anything in there? Or there? No. Yeah, it's literally just flying around. All right, no worries. I'm not gonna like damage it because I'm a little worried about what happens if I do. But anyhow, the goal of this episode is to rebuild the Manta Ray because our eventual goal is to go back to our trade HQ, which seems to have been taken over by some hostile. There was a ship there, and it, of course, did this all to us. So we'd like to go back, ideally, with our... Ooh, you actually have all the superconductors still available. So we might actually be able to build you up. Hang on now. Let's see if we can, if we have all the stuff for you. No, we don't have the battery cells, the power cells there. So we can go ahead and build up a couple power cells too. I think that one shouldn't be too difficult because that doesn't require too much. So instead of building you, let's build up power cells. I'll build up, I don't know, if I can build up 400, that'd be really nice. It's gonna require a lot of nickel, mostly a lot of iron, but we do have plenty of iron, so we should be good. All right, so that's doing that. Let's eat another kelp crisp and let's see if we have any more because eventually we'd like to be able to sprint. Help, we don't have any kelp crisp yet. I think one might be being built, I'm not sure. There are a couple of our power cells, but we need 75 more, and then the steel plates as well, I'm surprised we haven't gotten. Yeah, it didn't count the steel plates for us, so let's go ahead and grab a couple of those. And also, you're turned off. Are you turned off because you don't have any ammo, or are you just turned off? I think we may have gone into that battle with a bunch of our turrets turned off, which was not a smart idea. Let me see as well. Yeah, you're turned off. We went into that battle with most of our turrets turned off. Good job, Andrew. You've done well. You're a professional strategician? Strategic man. You're a good strategic man. All right, I'm gonna need some thrusters pointing up, and I think this is probably a really good place to put one. So let's go ahead and put one thruster on each side pointing up right here. And in fact, you know what? Do I want just one or do I want two? Because I could do a second one as well. I don't want to do one there, but I could do one right here and it would kind of fit. There we go. If I can build those up right there, those will be our upward facing ones. So we'll have some normal hydrogen ones, and then we'll have some upward facing thrusters as well. And that'll be good. This is our easy way in. Let's build that up right there. I'm just trying to get a couple of these things that are broken built up again. Maybe this as well. And then we've got some power cells here as well. How's my kelp crisp doing? Kelp. Oh, we have two. Very good. Okay, it looks like this is just enough to stave off our hunger. Maybe we're gaining a little bit slowly as well. But let's refill our stuff here real quick as well. We need some oxygen, a little bit of that O2, a little bit of that good stuff. And all right, I have to figure out what I was doing. I had to capture a very, very large spider that just started crawling kind of in front of me on my wall. I had seen it the other night, but by the time I went to grab a cup and a little letter to capture it, it disappeared. And finally, it showed itself again. I was able to capture it. It's now outside living its best life. All right, let's continue. So this right here, I think what I want to do is boom, 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 heavy armor on this side right here, because this seems to be a very, very, dangerous side. And I'll just do a light armor right there, maybe. That'll be fine. I forget what I was doing entirely. Oh, right. I was building these, wasn't I? Okay, let's see if we can build this. Or no, I was building this. Oh, I don't even remember what I was doing. It's fine. We'll start doing something else. Here we go. That's gonna be one small ion thruster right here, which is gonna help us stop going up, I think. Yep, there we go. We've come to a complete stop. Perfect. All right, next, let's get this guy built up, which only requires a couple power cells, 30 to be exact. How are we doing on those, by the way? If I go into my production, are we still building them? No, we're not. Why are we not? It's definitely not because of the iron, but it could be because of the silicon or the nickel. Oh, we had a lot of silicon, so it's probably because of the nickel. Okay, do we still have our ore detector on here, I wonder? No, we removed our ore detector. Okay, let's rebuild our ore detector. And the reason I'm rebuilding our ore detector is because we can use the radio spectrometry mod to find stuff, basically, to find items that we can use. Sorry, not to find items that we can use, but to find ores in the nearby asteroids. And I think that's going to be a good idea in order to get us back on track. So here we go. There's our ore detector. And let's go ahead and get the radio spectrometry mod going. And I'm going to find out what's around us. And also you, I should probably fix you, shouldn't I? Yeah, let's do that. So you get fixed. And then we'll do one more. We'll do just I think probably just a normal conveyor, right? Going right there. There we go. There's that one. There's that one, and why not? We're here. Let's go ahead and rebuild these as well. If we have the metal grids, which I don't think we do. Were metal grids the one that requires nickel, by the way? If I go here, metal grids. Yeah, they require nickel and cobalt. Okay, radio spectrometry, here we come. Let's see what's near us. You have radio spectrometry on you, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, you do. Okay, let's look through some of our, look at some of our asteroids here. There's some over there. Let's see what you've got. Actually, we're not that far from the base, so anything that's there should probably apply here. We're really looking for ice. That's the big one. And in fact, if we're looking for ice, you know what? GPS, I think we have some here. Great HQ, cobalt ice. We have the ice close right there. So let's go to that. Wait, since when were we this close to Earth-like planet? I didn't think we were that close. Okay, well, anyway, let's shoot ourselves off in this direction, I guess. We're gonna go to the ice over here, and let's get some of that. Maybe we'll do a day trip down to the Earth-like planet if we're that close to it, and grab some grain, because we do need some grain, right? Although that's probably the last of our worries, but still, it'd be good. All right, we're gonna send ourselves off in this direction at about 10 meters per second. And then we're going to keep working on the ship as we head in this direction. There we go, that should be good. We're doing on kelp. Let's grab one more kelp crisp there. Very good. We're now able to sprint, by the way. This is a very nice thing. Let's go up here and rebuild this guy if we can. This only requires 5, so that's not that much of a requirement here. Can't help but notice that the little observer drone is following us. Hey, we reached level 1. Very nice. We have active buffs. Oh, it's so nice to have buffs again. All right, cargo container is taking a little damage. Let's go ahead and fix it so that it doesn't get destroyed. What if I can build another one of these up? I think I'm able to. Yeah, there we go. There's gonna be another ion thruster right there to help us out. And there we go, very nice. All right, for our downward ones, we're gonna put them like this. So one right there, one there, and one there. And those are gonna be our 4 downward ones. So we now have down, front, back, left, right, and up. So we have all of our thrusters that we want. Let's go ahead and try and get, well, we still need the thruster components we built. And I don't know if they're still building. They are, so that's good. It's a good sign. You're on, by the way. Oh, I guess you're like the one turret that was on. By the way, in all that time, we've only made it 4 kilometers, which makes sense. I'm not going that fast. I also want to make sure I'm still pointing at the sun, by the way, which is actually not going to be very easy. Well, what I could do here, let's give us some speed. How about that? Toward these asteroids. And then once we get like, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, something like that, we're just going to turn ourselves so that we're still facing. There we go, 20 right there. And then where we have our dampeners off so we can turn and it should be fine. Make sure these are still facing the sun so we can get a little bit of that good stuff. What are you still working on, by the way? Oh, you're working on the platinum now. Very nice. Okay, it's going 5 times faster than a normal refinery would do with platinum, so you can imagine a normal refinery is pretty darn slow when it comes to working with platinum. All right, we finally stopped building the thruster components, probably because we're out of either gold or cobalt. Not sure which. Let's look in our stuff to see if we have gold. We have a very tiny amount. We have more cobalt, I think. Yeah, we have some cobalt. Manta Refinery? Nay. How about Prototech Refinery? Boom. Put it in there. All right, so we need a little bit of cobalt, and we also need a little bit of we need nickel, and we need gold in order to continue building the ion thrusters. What I could do is, I'm pretty sure this one has a bunch of, no, one of these has a bunch of stuff. You. Yeah, I'm gonna take you, and I'm gonna put your stuff inside this. So that we have one more ion thruster working on this side. And that's almost an ion thruster, but I believe then also you might have some. Okay, so that's one more working ion thruster. Very good. So we have one working in the left, one working in the back, one working on the bottom, one working on the front, 2 working on the front actually. Two working on top. So one of these top ones I'm gonna go ahead and remove then, because I would like to get one working on the side. So we have one working in every direction. And there we go. That's going to be an ion thruster working in every direction, which is good. That means we no longer have to rely exclusively on the hydrogen to get us around. That said, we're about to go get ice, so we will be able to, but still. Okay, let's go ahead and turn on our dampeners so we can start slowing down, because we don't want to crash into this asteroid here, if we can avoid it. And we want to bring ourselves to wherever the ice is. So we marked the ice down here, so I think that's probably where the ice is. Yep, actually, as we're flying, I do see a bunch of ice already, so perfect. We know exactly where the ice is. And we have stone here we can also get if we would like to grab some, you know, turn some of that into stuff. Unfortunately, we don't have a small ship that we can use to fly around in order to grab this stuff, but it should still be fine. I don't know. It might go really, really slowly. We'll find out. We found out. Oh, we have cobalt here as well. Very good. We don't have, though, is nickel or gold. Yeah, here's our ice. Let's go ahead and turn to make sure we're still facing the sun. And we don't have to worry too much now because we have thrusters in every direction, so we don't have to worry about crashing into stuff. All right, there we go. We should be capturing kelp as well, so let's see if we have any kelp crisp. We do, we have 2. Very good. So let's go ahead and grab one of those, eat that. I'd like to put it in my inventory, please. Yep, perfect. And let's start getting a little bit of ice. We need a drill. So drill, do we have any good drills? What do we have in here? We do have a level 2 drill, so I'll happily take that. Put back my level 1. And with that, we should be ready. Now, one other thing we could do, though, is we could put a drill on this ship and have it just, like, straight up drill from here. And that wouldn't be a horrible idea. I think this should work. If I put a drill right here, boom, boom, and boom, we should be able to just go sideways into this, and it will drill for us. And it'll also give us some ice. Hey, man, you need to, like, be careful. You're about to get in our drills. I don't want you to get hurt. Okay, let's go ahead and right-click that. right click these as well, and then we'll get our drills after this. So first these, and then drills. All right, there's one of our drills. What else can I get? Actually, I can probably get it from these drills. No? Are you not connected? You're not. You need to be fixed. All right, there we go. There's that connection. And then just a couple more for you. And we should be good. All right, 3 drills ready to drill. Let's go ahead and maybe I want to create a little seat right here, a little action seat. So let's do that. Let's create like a little, just a little temporary control seat right here to be able to control these drills. It's gonna make life a little bit easier because now it'll be able to, you know, I won't have to like go sideways. I can just go straight. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and put our toolbox on here. There's our drills, and let's start getting stuff. Now we go very slowly because we don't have a lot of thrust, but it should be fine. All right, let's start getting as much of this stuff as we can. Gotta get that ice to refill our ship. There we go. Getting ice. This is maybe an efficient way to do this. I don't know, probably. Actually, this is probably getting it way faster. I'm gonna get some stone too, because the stone's gonna go straight to the refinery and be processed into, you know, nickel, silicon, you know, stuff that we can use. Iron even, a little bit of iron. Not gold though, which we do need. I feel like this is going extremely fast. How much ice do we have on board now? 76,000 in there, 15,000 in there, 16,000 in there. Yeah, we do have a lot of ice. This is going pretty quick. And then stone as well. If I go into our refinery, I bet you that this has, yeah, it's got a lot of stone that it's able to get. That's pretty good. Ah, I'm out of oxygen. No! Back in here. Oxygen, please. Oh my God. Do we have any food as well? Let me grab one of those and then see if I have any more kelp crisp. We have one. Okay. Oh, you know what? I need to make sure as well that my thrusters are off. Only turn these to stockpile, so they're on fill mode now, so that we don't immediately use up our hydrogen as we generate it. So inefficient? What do you mean? I'm being efficient. This is a good way to get ice. I feel like I'm being roasted by the drone. Hey drone, if you have a better way to do it, please enlighten me. I want to make sure I'm not accidentally destroying my Prototech refinery as well. All right, how are we doing on ice now? Let's see. Let's go to ice, and we have 820,000. Oh my God, that's way too much. 8,000 in there, 12,000 in there, 10,000 in there. Good. Yeah, that's probably too much ice. We probably don't need that much. That's gonna fill up our entire. It's gonna take a second though. It's gonna take a long time. You know what? Let's get more while we're at it, I guess, because we are here. Might as well. Now I know that it takes about what, like maybe 4 million ice to fill up the snowstorm, but the snowstorm has a lot more hydrogen storage than the Manta Ray does by, you know, probably like 10 times. So we probably have a full tank of the Manta Ray here. And in fact, maybe I don't want to get too much ice, because if I do, we're gonna be very heavy. I don't know, maybe we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's grab some cobalt as well while we're here, because I feel like we're gonna need it. Let's back up. Let's get out of this little ice area here, and let's go back for some cobalt. And let's go down here. Oh, this is magnesium. Okay, that's fine too. We need magnesium in order to get our assault cannons back up and running, so that's gonna be helpful also. How peculiar. Yeah, I know, getting magnesium. Okay, let's come down here. We need some lights on this side. Guess we can build one. There we go, now we can see. Hopefully the shadow's not in the way. Yeah, it's not. Good. Okay. We can't see the observer drone though in the shadow. That's kind of funny. All right, let's get in there, get a little bit of magnesium so that we can properly, you know, build up stuff. And getting cobalt would be nice too, getting gold. If we have a cobalt gold place, maybe we'll go there. Tasty magnesium. All right, magnesium, we have 210,000 in there, and then we have another 20,000 in there. I'm surprised that we don't have any in our refinery. We do. How come it didn't pop up in here then? But let's focus on that, get us a little magnesium that we can work with. All right, okay, so we have ores now. We have some stuff. This is good. And we have power from the reactor over here, which I believe might run out at some point. Yeah, we have only 4.1 uranium. We could always build a hydrogen engine, or we can build like solar panels on this thing, but I don't think we need that right now. What else is here? Was there anything else here in this ore deposit? If I look down here. So I had indicated that there was magnesium and ice. Had I found gold? I found gold and nickel at one of them. So you know what? Let's go ahead and go to the gold and nickel one as well, which is quite far, isn't it? Well, yeah. Unfortunately, it is quite far if we want to go for that gold and that nickel. But we do need these things to repair. We need the gold for some more thruster components, and we need the nickel for I think power cells, right? Well, I did get a little bit of nickel actually from the stone, but it would be nice to get some more nickel. If I had my, no, that's the trade HQ. If I had my jump drive online, I would be able to do this very easily, but we don't. So let's head over here. We do have a little bit of hydrogen, so I guess we could use a little bit of it. Let's turn our thrusters on for a second to give us a little bit of speed, so we can move there at some speed here. 11, 12. I think I want to get up to probably 50, and then we'll turn it off. All right, thrusters off. We're going 50 now. Very good. Let's go around and fix up a couple of other thrusters that are damaged. Let's keep doing a couple fixes here. Actually, make sure we're pointed to the sun as well while we're doing this, which is in, I don't even know where. Where's the sun? Over the sun, where would I be? Over there, okay. There we go, we're pointing at the sun again, so we should be able to make some more kelp crisp. There's another thruster up and running. Let's make sure it's off. Very good. And here's one without the metal grids. We need to get those in order to build it up. Ooh, we're almost able to get our railgun back online. We only need 5 power cells, which I might have here in just a second. Let's see. Yes, we have 5 power cells. Perfect. Okay, so there is our railgun back online. We're armed and dangerous, sort of. At least we have a railgun. It'd be nice to have 2. It'd be nice to have ammo for our guns, but it's fine. We have an unknown signal over there. Not gonna go for it. Oh, you could use a little bit of help. There you go. Very good. Okay, and then where were you connecting? You were connecting to you. I guess I didn't have like a redundant connection back here. It'd probably be a good idea to have though. Oh, but I can't. Can I? Or maybe I can if I go back far enough. Yeah, I can. Okay. Let's do it like that then. Oh my god, we're gonna pass it. I just realized I hadn't checked in a long time how close we were to this thing. Yeah, we're gonna pass it. Whoops. We need to turn on our dampeners. There we go. Dampeners are on. We're slowing down quite slowly, so let me go ahead and turn on these guys. Help us out a little bit. I could also turn on these guys. That'll slow us down real quick. Yeah, okay, that's better. Go ahead and turn that back off, and let's head back over this way. All right, so this is where there is supposedly gold and there is nickel as well. So let's get in here. I guess it's over there because that's where I marked it. Actually, I see the gold right now. So let's go over toward the gold, or that might be the nickel. I can't tell. They're both kind of yellowish. I know they like to trick you as well. Nickel, okay, and gold. Tiny little gold rock, but okay, we'll grab the nickel first, because that's probably the one we need the most urgently in order to build up these guys. Well, they're already building, so we probably don't need it that urgently, but I'm gonna grab it anyway. And let's also turn off. Well, no, we'll keep our hydrogens on while we position ourselves here. And then once we're in the area, we'll turn off our hydrogens and we'll just work with the ions. All right, little bit of nickel. Don't mind if I do. Let's start going at this and see if we can get this entire little deposit. It's not that big, it looks like, unless it goes past this stone. But any stone we get's also being immediately put into the Poseidon refinery. The Prototech refinery. So it's also gonna get processed. So nothing is of waste here. It's more efficient if we get the normal nickel. Oh yeah, there's not a whole lot of nickel here. What I could do is I could right click here to see if there's any more past, oh my lord. Okay. All right, well, let's maneuver our way around here. Oh, the gold, I see it. See the good stuff. We're right by the nickel though, so let's get the nickel first and then we'll go over to the gold. Ooh, it's a big patch of nickel as well. Let's grab it all. Let's take it all, because we need it for a lot of things. Nickel, is nickel the one that you need for the metal grids as well? It is. Okay, nickel and cobalt. We have a lot of cobalt. No, we don't. We have a lot of magnesium. I thought we had just grabbed cobalt, but no, it was all magnesium. Let's grab this stuff though. Oh, survivor level 2. Very nice. That's gonna give us a couple more buffs here, allowing us to consume less oxygen, move faster, weld and grind faster, and have a little bit more health as well, which will be good when we go to encounter that battle again, maybe in the next episode. All right, I think we got most of the nickel here. Let's see, let's back up a little bit. There might be some under us that I haven't gotten. Yeah, there's still a little bit of nickel there, but I think we're probably good. If I search for nickel, I think we probably got 1 billion nickel. Yeah, two nickel right there, or 200 nickel. We have, oh, we actually didn't get as much as I thought, but 200,000 nickel is not bad. All right, let's move on to the gold. It's right over here. So let's go and get some. I'm gonna go ahead and eat as well real quick if I have any kelp in here. Have any kelp? Yeah, we have 4. Okay, very good. And then let's also grab some oxygen as well while we're at it. I feel like I've been doing things wrong for so long though, because I've been always getting like these small ships to go and mine and then bring it back to the larger ship. But it seems like having just 3 large mining things is really, really quick for mining. This is the way. I think I need to build large mining ships in the future. Okay, here's our gold. It's shrouded in darkness, which is why I'm very glad that we added those lights. So let's go ahead and get gold. Gold is a painful one to get because you get mostly stone and a little bit of gold, but maybe it's a little bit different on the large ship. I don't know. I know it's just a pain to get with the drill and it's a pain to get with small ships, although a little easier than with the drill. But yeah, let's see how it goes with this. All right, let's go ahead and check on our gold, see how much we've gotten from all that mining. So AU, I believe, is how we check for that. We've got no gold. I guess just search for gold is how we check for that. 126,000 gold. That's actually a lot. Okay, we can probably stop getting gold then. Let's go to our refinery. Now that we've got a decent bit of nickel, I'm gonna go ahead and put gold in there and see how well it processes gold. That's going directly into our thruster components. We need 1,646 gold, and I don't know if that's enough. I'm gonna keep getting more gold as well because we do need superconductors also for our railguns and for our jump drive as well, and I'd like to get that back online also. So we want those superconductors, which means I'm gonna max out our gold because I don't know exactly how much this is going to lead to. I also want to go in here and make sure that I go and put 1,000 superconductors on for the whatchamacallit in the back, the jump drive, and then I want to put probably this times 1, 2, 3. This times 3. So 150 times 3 is going to be 650. So let's put another 650 on there for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 650. And I'm doing 650 so that we can build up that one railgun and then have enough to build up the railguns again if they get taken out. Now, one thing I want to do, I need to do a little bit of research to find out how what the conversion rate for gold is, so I can find out if we have enough to make 5,000 gold. Okay, it looks like it's a 1% ratio when refining, so it'll be a 2% ratio because we're using the Prototech refinery. So if I go into production and I want 5,000 gold, then I'm gonna need 5,000 times 100 is going to be 50,000, 500,000 gold ingot. But I only need 250,000 because we're using the Prototech. Okay, so 500,000 would be for the normal refinery, but 250,000 will be for the Prototech refinery. So how much do we have? 136. So we're gonna want more then. Okay, let's double that. Get more gold. I've been getting a lot of gold. I don't know if it's enough, but there's only one way to find out. How much gold do we have? G-O-L-D, gold. 326,000. So I should have enough gold then. I'm gonna continue getting a little bit more though because I want to fill this thing with gold. I want to get as much as we can, and then probably between this and we'll probably sit around for a while, I think, and let that gold process because it's gonna take a while. Not as long with the Prototech thing, but it's still gonna take a little while to process. I think I might get 500,000 gold and then we'll be good because I want to fix up the Manta Ray here, but I also want to have enough gold left over where I feel like a pirate and I have booty. I have gold in my stowage. I want to feel like I've plundered some asteroids. All right, as we back up, let's see how much gold we have. Gold, 456,000. Okay, that's not 500,000, but you know what? It's fine. That's good enough. All right, let's go ahead and go in here, grab ourselves some. No, we already have kelp crisp, I think. Let's eat one. And then while we're at it, we're gonna go over here and refill our oxygen, which is dreadfully low, very dangerously low, in fact. And then now that we can sprint again any second now. Yep, there we go. Look at the massive hole we created with this gold. That's crazy. We should be able to build up a lot of this stuff. Like this over here. Well, these certainly will be able to build up in a second. I think I need to worry about my production queue a little bit. So if I go to production, what are you missing? Because you shouldn't be missing... You could be missing platinum. Could be missing cobalt. Yeah, okay, it looks like that's missing cobalt. So the last thing that we need, I guess, is gonna be cobalt. Let me put that there. Let me follow that up with our stone. Then I'm gonna follow that up with our gold. We're gonna toss that in here. So that's our next priority. And then we're gonna keep going with that. So we need a lot of cobalt. I don't know where to find it. Let me see if I have a cobalt mine anywhere. Trade HQ, oh, we do, actually. We have CO ice, we have AgCO. AgCO is gonna give us some silver as well. So we might as well go to AgCO. And that one is back in the other direction. All right, off we go. Oh shit, we got platinum on here too. Hang on. I didn't realize we had platinum here. Well, let me grab a little bit of platinum. This is like a tour de asteroid where we're just getting every single item we might possibly need. So let's get a little bit of platinum as well. Then we'll fly on back to the cobalt and we should be good. And getting platinum is gonna give us a little bit of time for the other stuff to refine as well. Cannot tell where the platinum is in this. Is it right there? Is that it? Oh yeah, okay, it's right here. Well, I think that's it maybe. That little differently colored area. Okay, let's get some platinum before we leave this place because we're probably gonna need it. In fact, that's gonna let us build our level 3 tools again. Heck, might as well find some grain on here while we're at it. If this asteroid has everything. Okay, we have 172,000 platinum. That's probably fine for now. We can always come back if we need more. All right, let's head over toward the silver and the cobalt. Let's go get it. And this asteroid is huge. I'm just trying to dodge it so I don't run into it as I go for the silver and platinum up here. All right, let's aim ourselves toward this stuff. Let's give ourselves a decent speed. I'm using a little bit of our hydrogen as well. This is just hydrogen that's being processed. That's not using anything from the tanks because they're on stockpile. So trade HQ, cobalt, silver. It's not too far away. All right, 40 meters per second. Sounds good to me. And let's hop over here and try and fix up a couple more things that might be broken. I want to make sure that we're producing some of this stuff as well. Currently, we're producing superconductors, which is fine. This is waiting on the cobalt, and I want to make sure we produce some of these as well, which is going to be waiting on the nickel and the cobalt, which we're about to get. Hungry, okay. Let's eat one of them. Let's make sure we're still kelp crisp being made. We don't have any being made, probably because we're not facing the sun. This is not a Factorum logistics facility, my friend. Oh, because it's connected to you. Oh, that makes sense. This is your captain speaking. We are now approaching the asteroid with silver and cobalt. Please take your seats. We'll be landing shortly. Yeah, I kind of want to come around the asteroid from this side just to see if there's anything on that side because that's where the sun is, and the sun makes it a lot easier to find stuff. So we're going to use the sun. Even though our marker is up there, so that's probably where the stuff is, there could also be stuff, you know, over here somewhere, even though I'm not seeing it at the moment, but that don't mean it's not there. All right, we should be close enough to start seeing some goodies on this asteroid. Go into third person, make sure we don't clip the side there. Let's see if we can spot some of the stuff we're looking for. Some of that cobalt, some of that nickel. Not nickel. Some of that cobalt, some of that... Just some of that cobalt. That's all we want, actually. Oh, there's cobalt. Skirt! Skirt, skirt! Skirt! Okay, that's a little bit tough to get to. Could be easier, at least. So let's go into this seat over here and see if we can get some of that. Yeah, it is a little tricky. Because the entire ship has to get in there, and you can see from the silhouette of the entire ship that it can be difficult. Now we could also, here, let's hop out. Let's look to see if, where we marked it, if there was another source of stuff. Because if there's one that would be easier, then we'll use that. Oh yeah, okay, there's one that's easier. We're gonna use that one instead. All right, I can't see a thing, but I know that that's where the cobalt is. So we're gonna keep cautiously approaching that. Yep, there it is. All right. Oh, I can even see it a little bit. Perfect. Using the lights. The lights were a really good idea. Okay, let's get some of this cobalt, and then the silver's right there if we want some. I don't know if we need it, but we might grab some while we're at it. All right, cobalt. Good stuff. Let's get it. This should resume production, because everything seems to be waiting for cobalt. Let's see how much we got already. Cobalt. It looks like 196,000. That's actually really quick. Let's go in here and go to the refinery, make sure that cobalt is prioritized. Let's toss this in right there. How much gold do we have, by the way? Decent amount of gold. Not bad. We still have a lot to process, but yeah. This refinery is going to be working. We really are putting it to work. It's got infinite stuff to process. And cobalt usually takes an extremely long time, by the way, so I think it's going to be processing this for a while. But it's immediately using that stuff, I think, to make something in here. It looks like I made a couple of those. It's making some of those as well. Yeah, okay. Well, let's get more. 200,000 is probably enough, to be honest, but we're here. Might as well. All right, that should be good. I think, interestingly enough, the only... Let's grab a little bit of the silver while we're here. Yeah, the silver is literally right next door to it. So, I mean, we'd be crazy not to grab any. And with this, the funny thing is, I'm pretty sure this is gonna have us mining every single ore in the game, except... Let me think. We have not mined iron. That's the only one we haven't mined. We mined stone, ice, cobalt, nickel, gold, silver, platinum. Oh, we haven't mined uranium either. Okay, so uranium and iron are the ones that we haven't mined. But everything else we've mined, which is kind of crazy. We've done so much mining. And we do know where iron is. We do know where uranium is as well. So we could mine those if we wanted to. But we probably don't need... Actually, uranium would be quite nice, but it's probably fine. We could just build more batteries. Chip doesn't use a crazy amount of power anyway. Well, until it starts... Well, maybe it does use a lot of power, actually. That's all the silver I'm gonna get. It's got uranium and platinum. That's the one. Okay, that's pretty good. So now, with all those building up and stuff, we should now have everything in here producing, and it should have the ability to produce. It's just gonna take a while. So this right here, for instance, this has got the cobalt working with it. It's got the nickel. Should have the iron as well. I guess, you know what? I might as well mine a little bit of uranium as well, because we're gonna need it. This ship is a little power hungry with the jump drive and with the railguns as well. So we're probably gonna wanna grab a little bit more of the good stuff. So let's go over here. Let's go to GPS. Let's make sure we turn off this one, and let's turn on our uranium one, which also contains platinum. And let's see where that is. Not that far, only 12 kilometers away. We can make that. Let's go ahead and go toward there, and maybe we'll build a couple more reactors then if we're gonna grab more uranium. I think with getting this will put us in a good position to get ready for the next episode when we'll go back to do the combat. So let's get ourselves going at decent speed here. But yeah, with uranium, that's gonna get our power needs out of the way. We'll be good on power. And then with the magnesium, we'll be good on ammo. And then with all the other stuff, we'll be good on fixing up our ship. So basically by next episode, we should have everything back and ready. So let's get ourselves going at decent speed here. We're probably gonna go, I don't know, 30, 40, 50, something like that. We're gonna aim a little bit off of it so we don't run into it like we almost did for this asteroid. And let's go. 40's fine. All right, and then with that, let's make sure that we have our thing facing the sun. We almost do. There we go. Because otherwise we're gonna run out of food, which we almost are. We have 2 kelp crisp ready to eat. There we go. All right, and then let's also produce some ammo as well while we're at it. We know we're gonna want some assault cannon shells because we always seem to run out of them. So if I put 100 up for production, I would rather have 200, honestly. We'll see how many we can make. We honestly have enough stuff for it, so let's make 300. And then I'd also like to get some railgun sabos. I don't know how many we need, but let's get 20. And that should be good. They require a little uranium, so it's good that we're going for it. Let's get 50, why not? And then let's get some more of this ammo. We'll get 800 of that, and then after that, I think we're pretty good. Maybe we'll get 100 of that as well. And yeah, that should be all the ammo we need. That's gonna put our needs here up to 50 uranium. We have that much silicon, so we're good. We have that much magnesium, just needs to be processed. Same with nickel, same with platinum, same with gold, because we did check. Cobalt as well, we just got a bunch of, and then we have enough iron easily. So we should be good. It's just a waiting game at this point. We gotta wait for all this stuff to process. But yeah, I think we're doing really, really well. Let's, while we're at it, see if we can build this up. Right click that, see if I can grab a couple of these. Now it looks like we haven't built up too many of these stuff here, which is fine. 1 thruster component. We'll go ahead and put that on, I don't know, you maybe? This guy right here needs power cells, so I can get those at least. And then the 50 superconductors are gonna have to wait. But these we can probably get as well. These heavy armor things. Let's go ahead and grab those. Yeah, heavy armor is one thing that we can build with the metal grids, so that's good. All the metal grids are going rather quick. Gonna allow us to build up some more of our thrusters that are broken currently. Like this one right here, right-click that. Maybe right-click this one as well to get those two built up. All right, there's this one thruster right here. And here comes the other thruster right here. We're starting to get a little close to that asteroid, so we're probably gonna wanna start slowing down as well. But there we go. It's looking good. All right, asteroid, my friend. Yeah, let's start slowing down. Hey, survivor level 3. Nice, man, we're just gaining these survivor levels quick. I don't know how. Again, I've mentioned this before, but the survivor levels are supposed to come every day. So every day that you survive, you get a level. And I think that goes with the sun rotating around, but we've not survived for 3 days here. This is like our first day, because the days are set to 4 hours, and I've been recording for 2 hours. So I don't know what that's about, but I'll take it. You don't look a gift horse in the mouth is something that I've heard. So let's keep going for this platinum uranium. We're only interested in the uranium, but it's nice to have platinum nearby. It brings up the property value. All right, if I were uranium, where would I be? Is there any uranium around here? Are there any uraniums hiding? Let's see, if I can find some uranium on the surface, that would be extra good. Over here, maybe. Heard rumors that there would be some uranium here, but you know what I'm not finding? Is uranium. See, I marked uranium on this thing, and I don't think I'd lie. So let's fly around here and see if we maybe spot some uranium. Should be spotted by our ore detector, which goes 150 meters. Oh, I found it. I found some of it. Okay, let's go above. It's all the way over there. Yes, there it is. All right, we found the uranium. Let's get closer. Hopefully this is on the surface. If it is, we can grab some. If it's not, it'll be a little trickier. It is. All right, perfect. Let's head over to our little extracting area and let's start extracting some of that radioactive uranium. All right, we have 36,000 uranium. That's not enough. Let's get a little more. All right, I think that's a decent amount of uranium. I didn't even check how much we had there, but uranium, probably 100K maybe. 856. 56K. Yeah, okay, uranium grabs pretty slowly, it seems like, but let's go to our refinery. What are we working on right now? I would like to give you something to work on, so I think I'm gonna give you some magnesium to work on. It's not nearly as efficient, but it'll at least get something done as well. So yeah, you're gonna work on that. Actually, I kind of want you to work on the cobalt because the cobalt goes really slowly. So you work on that, and then I want you to work on a little bit of uranium at first because that's gonna give us some stuff for our uranium, for our reactors to eat, which is good. Our reactors need to eat. And then, let's give you a little bit more actually. I don't know. So yeah, that should be filling up our reactor. No, that's not filling up our reactor, is it? That's probably going directly into, yes, it's going into producing for you. Because you require uranium. You're gonna require 50 uranium. I think I'm okay. Well, no, let's stop that. Let's stop you eating our uranium because our reactor is gonna run out and we really need it to refill. So I'm gonna let it do that. And yeah, okay, that's really good. What do we have now still in our production while we're here? It looks like it's gone through almost half of our metal grids. That's really good. We're getting some ammo, so we should look and see our assault cannons are filling up. No, actually, none of them are filling up, and why is that? Why are our assault cannons not filling up? Well, it could be some... Oh, no, I want this one. It could be some issue with the connection. Let's see. No, the connection's fine. Do we have... They're turned off, that's probably why. Let's go ahead and turn them on, and now we should see if I... Let's turn that off. We should see them starting to pull ammo. Very good. That's what we want to see. Let's take this out of the assembler as well. I'd rather this be in one of our cargo containers so it doesn't explode. And then with that, I think that's really good. Still building up assault cannon shells. Let's put these at the bottom. I'd rather it not focus on those. I really wanted to focus on these. I'd almost put a speed module there, but not quite. Probably put a speed module above as well. Aha, I found it. Okay, we could put we could put a yield module right here. Or a speed module rather right there. So I think I will. Because right now we need a little bit of speed. So let's get our modules out here. Mod. Toss that in right there. Did it stop? I think it did, but it's fine. Speed module right there. Right click that. Let's build it up with stuff from here. And there's one. We can probably find another place for another one, but for now that's probably okay. There we go. And we need to get these back in as well. So I think these were these weird blocks right here. Yep, right there. Turn those around. And then this one right here also. Sweet. All right, so that should be sped up by 2 times. I almost want to get rid of that hydrogen tank and find a better place for it. Because I would really like to get the speed module in here. Let me think about this.
Inventory full.
Ah, okay, if I do, this could work. You're a conveyor. Match up to that. And you convey with those guys. Oh, shoot. Okay, I broke him. All right, the food thing is gonna get moved. I'll happily take those kelp crisps, thank you. So the food thing is gonna get moved to here. No matter how we slice it, I need this to be here. This is a requirement. But then I also need to connect this, unless this is already connected maybe with via those. Might be actually. Ow, I'm out of oxygen. 1 second. Let's grab a little bit. And then food, we'll eat one of our kelp crisps as well. Okay, so this. Yeah, this is gonna connect like this. So we're gonna go with a downward one right here. Perfect. Actually, no, not like that. Like this. So then up here, those. Let's see, if I put my food thing right there, can I access it? I think I can probably access it like this. If it's right there, I can access it from here, sort of. A little bit. You can see it kind of working. That's cool. And then right here, I would want to put a, it doesn't matter that these aren't connected, but I'd want to put a reactor, or refinery rather. Or reactor, no, yeah, I had it right the first time. I'd want to put a reactor right there. We don't have the reactor components. Those require silver, I believe, right? Yeah, they do. So it's a good thing I got that, actually. Okay, so we'll build that up soon, but I do want to put this module in as well while we're here. So module right there. Perfect. And then, is there anything else I want to put in? You guys are, yeah, I can't really put anything in here. Although you, I could change into one of you. All right, I'm putting another O2H2 generator in here. I've got the module in here. So now this is a lot skinnier. There's a lot less room, but it should be fine. It should work as intended. And then right here, I'm gonna put one of these like that. Okay, that's good. Very good. Next, let's do the same to this side right here. Now this one doesn't need the same, actually no, this one we don't need that. So never mind, you can stay. All right, check this out. We're doing a nice little corridor down here to make it look a little bit nicer. Now that this side doesn't really have much for you to look at, it makes sense for it to just be like a little corridor that goes down this way. And then that just sends you directly out. This side though does have still a little bit more that you can use. I think I may have blocked our vent. I did. Whoops. There's a sun, speaking of which. It's kind of facing this way. Oh, it's behind the planet. Okay. I'm gonna turn this to face it, but I don't think we're gonna get a lot of juice. Still making those reactor components. In fact, we should have enough for this one at least. Oops, this one right here. Let's build that up. And that's gonna let us start using some of our uranium for extra power. So over here, I wanna check how much uranium we have. A bunch of it going into the assembler. We still have a bunch here, but then we have 1.72 right there. Yeah, gosh, this is gonna take forever. We don't actually have enough iron for everything that we're trying to build. So I'm gonna take those out. I'll keep those in because those probably build real quick. I'm gonna take out those. And then other than that, let's start refining some gold because I think that's one thing we really need to do. All right, I think from here, there's a lot of sitting around that needs to happen. So between this and the next episode, I will be doing said sitting around and waiting for stuff to refine because it's gonna take a little while. You see, we have a lot of stuff to build and we have a lot of stuff to refine as well. The refinery here it's doing everything it can. It's a Prototech refinery. It's really good. It's this extreme technology, but it's only one refinery, and so we really kind of need to let it cook. Is what we need to do. So that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let it cook, and we're going to chill here until next episode. And hopefully, when next episode rolls around, we'll have everything that we need to charge on into the next battle. And we'll come out victorious, because this time we'll have ammo, this time we'll have fuel, and this time we'll have power and railguns and everything. We'll have everything, and we'll have the knowledge that there's something there that we need to actually engage in battle. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of this one. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a like. If you didn't, drop a dislike. If you're not subscribed yet and you're new, please hit the subscribe button down below for notifications for when videos go live and stuff like that. And if you'd like to become a YouTube member or a patron, there are links for both of those down below in the description. And with that, oh yes, those will give you access to early access to videos, and also your name will be in the end credits as well. And some of the people in those tiers might even get a shout out at the end of the video. So we're gonna go with WTC 2014, Joshua Wilson, and Stellaris Ignis. Thank you very much for your support, and thanks everyone who's watching these for your support as well. It really does mean a lot. And with that, I will see you all in the next episode of Space Engineers Survival.